Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Night Attack Preshow. I'm Rescue Steel. Your Preshow navigator here for the Night Attack Preshow, which is what this is. You're listening to it right now. Maybe live. Maybe in podcast. You are hearing it. It is being perceived. It is being output. Hello, everybody. Wrong start. Hello, everybody. Shouts out. Okay, first off, okay, as always, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is May 19, 2020. Hello. Jay Kinske, thank you so much for joining us. First time live. Hello. Okay, so here we go. We got to do the thing. Also, thank you to Mike who gave us the raid 2 minutes ago. Thank you so much, Mike. Very, very sweet. Mike TV Live, everybody, on Twitch. This is week 3 of this. And I think last week I let you skate by on it. But whose birthday is it? Has it been anybody's birthday since now? Between now, Tuesday the 19th, and last Wednesday, the 13th. May 13 to May 19. Shouts outs in the chat. Joe Boots says May 21st. No, that's next week. We'll get you once it's done. And if not, if we can't find anyone's birthday, we do again have to give it to Chris Brown. Okay, no, we got a few here. Okay, Golf House is a few weeks. Bobcat's dad's birthday was May 13th. Congratulations, happy birthday to Dad Cat. Bobby Ann 129 is May 16. There we go. Congratulations. Happy birthday to both of you. If anybody else does, please let us know. I want to give them shout outs. Anything. I just don't want to give, and I don't make the laws. I don't make the international laws of birthdays. But if there comes a week and we don't know, we can't find someone whose birthday it is, unfortunately, we have to give it to Chris. I don't make the rules. Cass Sandwich 3 says, my aunt's birthday was the 12th. Sorry, you missed the window on that one. You missed it. Sanguine Bishop, can I get a birthday shout out for all the years I've been watching without getting a birthday shout out? No! Sorry, everybody. I will give you how about I give you a not birthday? Because that does suck that you didn't catch it, Cassandra. So everybody, please do not give Cassandra a good happy birthday today. Okay? On birthday. Yes, the no memory cards of birthdays. Oh shit! How are you guys doing? We got a night attack coming up for you. Brian will have Justin. I almost can guarantee that there will be some amount of Jay, hold on, what is that? J Man on GTR turned 30 on the 18th. Congratulations, J Man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday day. So I'm sure there will be some amount of tech talk and probably some amount of TikTok talk. There will be some of that, I'm sure. We've been doing the TikTok stuff. I know he's mentioned that on the happy hour. How was happy hour today? I don't get a chance to watch happy hours very much. Not a convenient time for me. Kind of not a convenient time. So I don't always get a chance to watch it. But that was it. It's been good. I'm sure a lot of Quibi talk. There might be some Quibi talk. I know there's Gary talk. In fact, even in the Diamond Club subreddit, I see the picture of this little guy. Look at this little guy. Look at that little guy. And I wondered why did they post a picture of this cute little pup guy? Why did they post the little guy? Because his name is Gary. And so his name's Gary. There we go. I don't know where Gary came from. That Gary's cute. I'd fuck with that Gary. That's a good Gary. In the chat. Gary from Spectrum says good happy Hapur. Good happy Hapur. No, it's that Spectrum attention to detail that really just it just shines my shoes, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining us, Gary from Spectrum. Gary. But yeah, there is an even newer network setup, so I'm sure there will be some talking. There's Corey in the background. Oh, wait. Oh, there's Corey. He's helping out. He found and installed all the new networking stuff that we're using. Ooh, there's that AC. Ooh, there's that good AC. I'm sure there was some talking. No, W Scott one. It's not Gary Shandling. Oh man. Rip to a real one, Gary Shandling. Gary Shandling was a great guy. What else? Oh, we got a game. I need to find the name of the person who sent this game in. Sent in from... Who sent it in? This person sent it in. Is not that's not even their name. Neither of those things is that person's name. Okay, well. Oh yeah, thank you. But yeah, ICU says he's the sports guy who Brian plays ping pong with, and he's a sports guy, so he knows he knows what he's doing. I think pretty confidently. I feel like Corey knows what he's doing. He's got the air of someone who knows what they're doing, or is confident in what they're doing. Is that what you're doing? He says he's paid like he knows what I'm doing. Tell you what, a lot of us. Yeah, hell, why not? Hell, why not? I'm gonna turn that thing on. Hey, Corey, what's popping? You gotta hit the button.
Blue button.
Hit the blue button. What's popping?
Blurry camera currently.
Yeah, well, I can go do that when you tell people what's popping.
Oh, internet is what's popping. So I had
maybe say that for when Brian's here. I'm sure Brian wants some sort of catharsis explaining the internet.
Well, hey, how about this? I'll show a picture of what fun we had today. So I actually had Brian on the roof of HQ today.
That's an insurance liability.
It is, absolutely. Check it out. I'm gonna
put it in, maybe
share it with you. Where do you want it?
Email it to my Gmail.
Okay, hold up. Gmail.
But yeah, Corey, if you don't know, maybe if you don't listen to the happy hours, or if you don't listen to the Bizarre Briefing, which Corey was on.
Yes, I am indeed.
The past 2 episodes. Corey is doing he's wearing a lot of hats right now.
Here, put your email in here.
Sure. He's wearing a lot of hats right now, including, finding internet guy and saying the word sunglasses. But he'll find the internet, he'll set it up, he's priced it out. Yeah. He's a problem solver.
Yes, basically, that is what I'm here for, is to solve as many problems as I can to keep Bryce and Brian as happy as possible, which is a never-ending job.
You would never give me first billing if Brian was in the room.
Well, how dare you? How dare you? Let me attach this picture.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up my Gmail here.
Attach file.
And currently sipping on a White Claw hard seltzer mango.
Yeah, how is it?
It's fine. I've said this before. I don't love seltzer. I don't love club soda. I'll take like a Sprite, but I don't love this. I'm not a seltzer water person.
Yeah, me either. I don't do clear sodas, really. Like none of the Sprites or 7-Ups. I can
do a Sprite or a 7-Up if it's a mixer.
Yeah.
If it's mixed.
Yeah, mixers. I guess mixers change things for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Ooh.
Yeah, check that out. Look at him.
Oh, goodness.
Look at him looking for that cell tower.
He shouldn't be up there.
No. No. I was actually going to get John up there.
I noticed that the angle is as if you were on the ground.
Yes. Yes, I'm more of a terrestrial being and less of an altitude being.
Goodness.
I was going to get John up there.
John would have loved to do it.
Yeah, I know. And that was the plan. I was like, John, I'll buy you lunch if you climb up on the roof today. And Brian was like, I got it. Like, okay, buddy, if you could not die up there, that would be better.
Brian just didn't want to expense the $11
Yeah.
for lunch. Yeah, so but it's not technically a Wisp, is it?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it is a true Wisp. It's running off of T-Mobile.
It's very surprising.
Yes, I know, and it is odd that T-Mobile would be the choice, but they are the most stable in this area. I guess partially because nobody's on it, which is who cares for us, for our reasons. I don't really care how many people are on it or not. But and then also it works better for the antennas. So the antennas we have works with certain GSM bands.
Yeah.
And the T-Mobile ones were said to be much more consistent, which is what we need. So like, yes, we have an AT&T LTE tower in our backyard, but if AT&T goes out more often, it doesn't help us much. We'll have the same problem as we do with Spectrum.
Yeah.
So that's why we chose that. In the worst case scenario, we pull the T-Mobile SIM out and we pop in a AT&T SIM and we move on with our business. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll have to get Brian back on the roof to do that, but
Wow.
Whatever.
He likes being tall.
Yes.
If anyone has watched any of the live show, they know he loves being tall.
Yes. Yes.
In the chat, Gary from Spectrum says, "I don't like T-Mobile." Well, you should shut the fuck up, Gary.
Gary from Spectrum.
I've got T-Mobile. I'll tell you what. I have had T-Mobile now for 6 or 7 years. It was right when they started all the uncarrier stuff.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, like, we're stopping contracts, equipment. We're going equipment plans. We'll pay your cancellation fees and all that stuff.
Yep.
And I think it was last week. Kind of the face of all of that, Jean Leger, resigned from T-Mobile. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how I feel. I don't love the guy. I'm not.
Yeah.
My relationship to him is not analogous to the way like some entrepreneurial types might be to like a Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have that kind of relationship with them. But I think as far as the telcos go, they make a pretty good deal. So it'll be interesting to see kind of with him gone and now all the Sprint stuff coming in, what that looks like.
Yeah, it's obviously going to take a couple of years for it to actually roll out. Yeah. But it should be interesting because T-Mobile will get more spectrum to be able to add to their list.
Right.
And somewhat of a larger customer base adding Sprint on with them, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It's very fun as well. So I've got T-Mobile now and I still have it. Before that, we had Verizon for a couple of years, and then we had Sprint for a long time because my parents' old original cell phones were on Sprint, and they're longtime customers and bitty.
Yep.
And I'm never gonna not be burnt by Sprint because when it was time for 4G, a lot of people bought LTE phones, and they made the right call. Some of us got WiMAX phones.
Yeah, you did.
And that shit doesn't work for shit.
That's so good. Yep. Now my in-laws are still on Sprint.
Yeah. Affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're on one of the old, of course, unlimited plans from way back in the day.
Yeah.
So
we are on that with our T-Mobile, because we have that original uncarrier dump plan, whatever.
Yep.
Like, we don't get any of the promotions. We don't get free Quibi. We don't get free Hulu or
no
Netflix.
Free Quibi?
No, I know.
Oh man, what a loss.
But I can just walk in and change my phone kind of whenever I want. So.
Yeah, no, I have an older. It's not even unlimited AT&T plan, but that's because with employee discounts, they don't work on the new unlimited plans, at least not to the same extent. So I still have an older plan, but then again, we really haven't used over our 30 gigs or whatever so much. I think we probably will as my daughter gets a little older, so we'll probably switch over to unlimited.
Yeah, I think we do pay. I pay a charge on my line for unlimited data, and I think it's like $20 a month for that or something.
Yeah.
Yo.
Is this Brian?
Yo, what's up? Guess who just opaled in? Guess who was sitting here watching some Twitch and then just hit the opal button and then showed up? It's me. All right, I'm coming in.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
It works.
That's funny.
It works. I'm just excited. I'm happy that it works.
Shack.
That's it.
Okay, get in here.
Bye.
They say he's still on the roof.
Is he still on the roof?
But yeah. So I pay a little bit on my line to get unlimited. I have my mom on my plan.
Yeah.
To get 2-line discount and all that stuff. But I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of going to the Apple program because I like the iPhones and they had their own thing.
I can't help you with that, man.
No, I know.
Nobody's
You're
perfect. Don't feel bad about it.
we have a pretty split demographic here between Android and Apple.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
you and
actually-
John are Android.
Yes.
Brand.
I guess on mobile we're pretty split. On computers we're pretty much all PC.
Uh-huh.
For the most part, anyways.
Yeah. No, I think pretty much. I had I had looked at like getting one of the new MacBooks maybe.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting that new iPad Air.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
No, I rock the old Samsung
Nice.
currently, anyways. My brother works for Samsung, so
Ooh.
he finally talked me into it after many years.
Yeah. You just talk to him and he'll make your phone fold for you.
Yes. Exactly. Or melt, one of the two. No, I've been an Android forever, or Windows Phone before that. I've never actually owned an Apple product, so I'm one of the.
Really?
Not
Even like
one.
an iPod or
Nothing.
Or I bet
I
you
mean,
like a Zune.
I downloaded iTunes back in what 2002 or 3 or whatever,
Sure.
and then thought it was awful, and then never went back. And then
Not wrong.
shortly after, I worked for another company.
Right.
Another company. And so I just never bought one of their devices, partially just because the other company would feed me unlimited devices
Constantly.
constantly. So I never had a need to switch.
Well, and it's it's a weird thing with the Apple stuff because there's a certain amount of like iTunes sucks on Windows. Everyone knows it.
Yes.
Because someone took a photo of you on the roof.
This is
there's
Brian,
Brian.
everybody. Brian.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
how are you gonna be ashamed about? Where's it?
I'm still ashamed. Okay.
Ashamed?
If you want a photo I'm ashamed of, it's
You want the other one?
the fucking crooked ass picture of the installed.
Oh God!
I'm gonna go take a picture of it right now. I want you to see how fucking crooked ass it is.
No, it's
I'm gonna-
fine.
Yeah,
If it
yeah,
was
you
on a ball
crooked
and
piece
socket
of
joint,
shit.
You know, he's
Oh,
got
Justin
it.
Ro-
He's got it. God damn it.
Justin Robert Young's
Be
here.
ashamed. Be ashamed, you crooked motherfucker.
He's telling you to be ashamed. I think it looks just fine.
You know what? Turns out, like, Justin saying be ashamed is like an antidote to actual shame. Like, if Justin tells me to be ashamed of it, I'm just like, I don't think so. I think I love it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call
that's
you
smart.
right back, Justin. For some reason, this was not set to the right thing.
Hey, no
This-
problem. You want to know what? It's all good.
This is the part that we don't know how it's going to go. Because previously,
Oh,
up until this point, the video and the audio have always been on the same network. So even if they were slow, they
Not
were
yesterday.
like both slow at the same rate.
Hi, Justin.
The upside
Hey, what's up?
I guess I got to put you on screen.
is that like
yeah. How's that? How's the voice? The voice compared to the mouth.
can you give me the clap?
No, it looks fine.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
It actually you kind of want it to be arrhythmic, Justin, because
Well, no, this is
Because
the,
you're
this
white.
Is the,
He's saying
the,
because
the,
you're white.
The
He's
disco
saying
clap.
it's very disconcerting how rhythmic you are. Would you please?
Well-
You're from Florida. Would you
Yeah.
just too rhythmic? Makes me uncomfortable. It's me, Bryce.
By the way, I
I
am
come from
getting some
Virginia.
audio
Oh,
back from you guys.
sorry about that. How about that?
Yeah.
Sorry about
Now we're fucking with gas.
Now we're fucking with class.
Yeah, exactly. I got a monocle in. We're on a dirigible.
Oh, god damn it.
What is the classiest defunct mode of transportation?
Besides a zeppelin,
Yeah, I would say dirigible, horse. Don't discount horse.
carriage? No, carriage.
Sure. All right.
Horses
yeah.
for commoners,
Horse-drawn
right?
carriage. Horse-drawn carriage. Dirigible.
No, but
chariot.
rickshaw.
I mean,
Rickshaw, you get the
Do you
tasty
think- all right, here,
satisfaction of knowing a
sidebars.
human has to be carrying all that.
is that classy though, or is that just like power trippy?
Um,
The latter.
Because classy means even more people are working on your behalf, but they're doing it at an appropriate distance away
out of
from
love, like building you a pyramid because you're great.
you. Snowpiercer?
they
Where
do
does
it- they do it for
Snowpiercer
love.
rank on this?
Tutankhamun was a swell guy.
Oh man, we love him so much.
Oh my God! And
Yeah.
now we're gonna cancel King Tutankhamun. Jesus! Do you SJWs ever rest?
Did you guys watch the TV show? Has that come out yet? Snowpiercer.
What?
Oh no, that came out on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I did not see it.
Yeah. I ain't never seen it.
I
not
was
seen
too
it.
busy standing on a roof installing fucking janky ass twisted.
Stop it! You don't
antennas.
get to. You did the. Ah!
I do get because it fucking worked. Like there was definitely.
You can be proud of it. That's.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's why I can mock is because I'm very proud that we got there and crossed the line.
All right, then I get
Yes.
to be the
we,
one to tell
we,
you.
we did happy hour at max frustration level. It was all of the misery and none of the certainty that
Oh,
anything
no.
we had done was the right thing.
Brian was doing a thing that I will refer to as rage speed running. So I knew that I had to do a little like carrying on the topics, and I was like, all right, let's not talk about tech stuff. Brian, seems like things are coming back to normal.
To which
Yeah.
I said,
Old people are dying.
You know the thing that Brian that doesn't get pressure up.
And then I'm like,
he did.
oh, all right.
You did.
Well, how about Joe Rogan getting a bunch of money from Spotify? Welcome to Irrelevance, fucko. Next.
At least.
What's
I'm
the
like,
spark
man, we
notes
need
on?
to go an hour. I need to milk a little. I'm squeezing the udder and I'm getting fucking dust.
This is how you know we are old pros. Is I knew I was rage speed running at the time. I watched Justin recognize that I was rage speed running at the time. I watched Justin, like a patient preschool organizer, allow me to run it out and then pound.
Yeah.
And then we had a nice conversation.
And then it was great. Largely because the internet was working, which was because you were up there fucking working on it.
Oh my
So-
God. You're not wrong. None of that is wrong.
So what's the spark notes on your takes for the Joe Rogan thing?
Oh, my big take was, and I'm gonna try to deliver the same sentiment, but without any of the angry, tired toddler
Yeah.
energy. We've kind of seen this before with Howard Stern and with Conan O'Brien and with previous stuff. On the one hand, we're always happy for them for a big payout and a well-deserved payday. But also, universally, it's the last they ever have the number one spot. And I had conflicted and continue to have conflicted feelings of like, I mean, good for him. Number one, it never buys the payer quite what they expect. TBS did not suddenly become the center of late night comedy. Sirius XM did not suddenly replace radio. I suspect Spotify will not dominate the podcast market. So the buyer never gets what they want, and the seller always essentially, that's it. That's the end of them being at their peak. And I have a complicated feeling about that because I don't know, I mean, I'm certainly happy for somebody who worked so hard and was such a pioneer and deserves a big payday to get a big payday. But beyond that, as a consumer, it's like, so you're out, huh? And it's like, I don't know.
That's interesting because I suppose the proposition for most people will be he's so hot, he's such an essential thing that sure, I'll go to Spotify to listen to his thing, and it'll be
Which is
a worse
yeah.
experience.
Some number of them
and
do.
that's more where I'm at. Is although I get Brian's point from where we are right now as we talk about it, I think the difference between Conan being able to equal or exceed his Tonight Show audience, or Stern being able to
carry over.
equal his terrestrial radio show audience like the line for that is far closer and more fluid between their standing and all of podcatchers, right? Because that's effectively what we're looking at is like in fact, if somebody can pull up, because I'm lazy as shit, like the just the market share right now of like Apple Podcasts versus Spotify, like really you're asking, can Joe Rogan do his part to close any or all of that gap? Like that would be the line. It's just them coming to parity of Apple Podcasts, which would effectively, people are saying like, oh, this is consolidating the podcast sphere. No, to me, it fractures everything even further because now Apple isn't the end all be all of podcasting.
But the
is
goal
what
of
it is now.
Spotify or of any other of these, exclusive podcast services, their goal is to consolidate, right? Like the capitalism end goal of theirs is we are number one. People go to us first,
sure,
and we are the dominant.
If that happens,
sure,
right. Right now, they are just trying to make their player better and their content unmatchable. Right.
Here's my secret suspicion, and this is pure speculation on my part. It is not as unified a front behind Apple as Apple would like to present and as most people think. I think that what happens is the Apple charts pretty much just get straight up copied and replicated by all the other catchers. So
the directory?
Right.
Yes.
And so with that being the case, you sort of have this straw giant in Apple that already is fake. So what this play might be is to authentically give Spotify the rights to say, our charts are the charts that matter. Who listens to Apple?
Oh, well, yeah, no, totally. The difference is, though, that Apple doesn't give a fuck about podcasting. They have never given a fuck about podcasting.
Right.
If they actually wanted to make podcasting, if they care, they accidentally stumbled into this world, right? You could call them, Spotify could call them and say, hey, motherfucker, we're fucking coming, you piece of shit. We're going to fucking be number one. And the response from Apple would be, stop calling us. We have no problem. Do whatever you want. Spend all the money you want. We don't care. This is not worth picking up. Yes, it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Not worth picking up off the ground for us. We're Apple.
Bryce, which brings us to the remainder of our conversation this afternoon. Stitcher kind of, I'm really intrigued. How is Spotify's play different from what Stitcher already attempted to do?
Well, the thing with Stitcher is that the thing with Spotify versus Stitcher is that Spotify has all the Spotify music customers already in the system.
Right.
It is
bigger install base, more money in the bank.
And so they get all of the cachet of like, this is not just Spotify versus Apple Music. This is all that Spotify music crowd that are a potential audience to podcasts. If Spotify can pop up a thing when you load in and say, hey, you like Joe Rogan? He's on the thing. Click this button and you can hear him. Then that's the play. Otherwise, it is effectively the same as Stitcher Premium or Howl or what was it, Luminary or
so yeah. When I think of podcasts that I've discovered, they've almost either been personal recommendations or in-network ads. Like Gimlet Media, like I love this thing that Gimlet does. I love this other thing, or Twit. I love this show. I love that show. A new show, great. Let me go.
This weekend fun. Let me check that out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then let me crush them. Love you, Santa. But as far as like plugged in ads, I don't know how many of those that really do much to persuade me to do anything.
Well, the other thing with the Spotify play, here's another good point, is so Stitcher, the weird thing with Stitcher was always like, Stitcher's a free, well, for a long time, Stitcher was just the free service, and now they have the premium thing. But Stitcher would put their own ads into the listening experience. But with Spotify owning Anchor, because Anchor has an ad marketplace that I would assume has a paper mache wall between that and the Spotify ad marketplace, you now have creators who could potentially make money off of the Spotify free audience. And if you're a creator and say like, hey, I'm a small creator and I would love it if I could make money on podcasting because no one else does. Why don't you listen on Spotify and either I don't know how the Spotify thing works. You probably don't get money.
It
if
would.
you get
I
a
mean,
play from a
you would be
premium,
you would
but-
be catching either equivalent or sub like early YouTuber ad revenue like
Right.
checks of like a whole $12 will come to you. But
But
it
don't
is money.
underestimate.
It's money.
Begin hungry
yeah.
podcasters.
It's money that didn't exist before, so I'm not necessarily saying it's worthless. But yeah, also Spotify's a massive ad seller now, so it's not like them getting a shit ton of new real estate. There's not like they're going to be like, what the fuck do we do? Like,
But by the way, W. Scottus one in the chat is bringing up the Ninja example, which we also right in line with all
Yeah.
those. Like
listen to the pre-show because
The happy hour
I think,
for May 19th.
yeah, exactly. That's it.
whereas
Because
we
my
call it
take
the
is
pre-show.
Ninja going to Mixer was far more him moving to Siberia for cash than like Rogan to Spotify. I could see that becoming
Him like
thing.
living and with a straight face saying, "No, I love Spotify. I'm so glad I moved here."
well, yeah. I mean, or in 5 years, Spotify's the #1 destination for podcasts because Apple's never given a shit,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
we're
I
like,
think
yeah, it really all started with Rogan.
Well, and think about what Spotify is doing in a way that I think Stitcher and Stitcher Premium was maybe doing in kind of a hoity-toity fashion, right? Like Joe Rogan is not the first exclusive podcast that Spotify has like won over. Like the Besties, which just like revived itself, is like a monthly video game podcast that they stopped doing a couple years ago. They brought it back as a Spotify exclusive because, and they said like, if Spotify had not paid us to do this, it would not make any sense for us, the four of us, to find time even once a month to record this 2 or 3 hour podcast. And so, like either like podcasting doesn't make a lot of money, and Spotify
No.
is putting money in a way that is not networked like the Stitcher and who owns Stitcher now? The Earwolf people. Who owns Earwolf?
Gary Earwolf.
The Scripps.
Doug
Scripps.
Earwolf.
Scripps Media? Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
Scripps.
Yeah, I suppose.
And even Audible. So, like, Overriding Wonk brings up, like, Audible. Audible has audio exclusives, audiobook exclusives.
Yeah, but they're just trying to get them sweet coins out of my purse. I'm like, fuck you. You're not going to get my coin for 1 hour. And so I let them sit with their arbitrary limit as my coins slowly burn.
Sorry, I cut you off, Brian.
Oh, no. I was just going to say that I suppose that's probably, if I was going to dissect in our whole conversation, the only place we diverge is I think Justin's more optimistic that this could prove to be a savvy play for Spotify. And I very strongly feel like the historical trend, this has never worked for anyone else ever before. Why would it work for Spotify?
I feel like we are not at saturation with podcasts yet. If 10 years of trend pieces have told me anything, podcasts are booming.
I mean, and they will continue to, because podcasts are almost by definition the continuous splintering of our attention into increasingly tiny specific nodules, right?
So here's my
I guess my vibe is which means that the VIG is smaller and smaller as we get more and more specific, and that's why nobody can make money on them.
My only argument is that at that point you have one player who has a massive advantage because they put their pre-installed app on the hardware, right? They own the hardware. But it's not like people aren't used to downloading apps. You just have to have a reason to do it. And so exclusive content gives them that reason. I'm not saying that it will happen. I'm just saying that in 10 years, if they are the dominant player in podcasting, I wouldn't, from this point,
This
I wouldn't
will
be
be
like,
the moment that we point
I wouldn't
to.
be like,
I do
I
agree
wouldn't be
with
like,
that.
what the fuck? Oh my God, dude, nobody saw this coming. I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Apple didn't give a shit. They were there to spend a lot of money. They knew how to monetize it with the ads.
Mhm.
And,
Yep.
and they had a premium model that, let's say Joe Rogan interviews Donald Trump and they want to put that behind the like paid Spotify wall or whatever. Now they made a business based on upselling people to a premium model in a way that nobody else has ever done in podcasting.
You know what this feels a lot like is the stagnation in social media.
Oh my God. You know what? I tried to Facebook the other day and I'm like, Facebook's dumb. What do? Type so your grandma can ignore it and give it an emoji? Then I tried
swear
to
to God,
tweet.
Facebook is the worst. I was on there today and I was like, buried under 50 fucking notifications for shit that I don't give a fuck about, have no idea how I ended up in whatever thing. I then go to messages and I find like 3 messages from like old friends and somebody that I
look at this
randomly.
This is the top of this is above the fold on Facebook. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this.
No, it's just a bunch of noise. The only thing more confusing is Twitter, or should I say the president's personal press secretary.
So that's what I'm getting to, right? Like the stagnation, like we are very long in the tooth on these platforms. If this was 10 years ago, these things would be ready to turn over to something else.
I hear what you're saying. I think we all agree. What we want is quick bites. Now, I don't mean no dumb 10 minutes. I ain't got 10 minutes to spend.
I don't have 10 minutes.
I got maybe
quicker bites.
I
have a minute.
From like 10 seconds to maybe 2 minutes full stop, but I want punchy content that's going to get to the point, make me a little bit enlightened, and I don't want to have to decide what's being fed to me. I just want to be able to tap once to like, double tap to double like, and then keep on triple tapping if I really like it.
Cord Killers After Talk listeners know why I'm really laughing on this one.
Like, let's say I want to learn a little bit of magic.
Which video on your TikTok blew up? I didn't have time to see that today, but I did see that you said one of them blew up. Which one blew up?
So the one that we did, I believe on Thursday of last week, the match vanish trick, is now at 50,000 views.
That's as of like 3 hours.
No, that's
like 3 hours ago. It was like at 3,000 or whatever, and then. So now it's in the middle of being in the groove.
It blew up right after I posted today's video, which is doing all right. The water bottle ketchup.
Yep. Why do you suppose this algorithm hates cards? How is that one still like at 400?
It could be any number of things. How old it is. It doesn't really have hashtags on it very much.
Somebody did a duet where they performed it side by side with us.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Shit.
it was super cool.
Yeah. The only thing is that you will never be that formal in your explanation again on TikTok. Like TikTok is they love explanations, but you were doing an actual one where you were doing it in one take to make sure that everybody knew that you weren't sneaking in cards. On fucking TikTok, it's just like, here's what you do. You do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. Like, you are actually providing magical integrity, which makes it not a TikTok tutorial.
Yeah.
I also think so. I'm sure you guys have maybe talked about this. The first, say, 18 hours after that video was posted, it was not available to people betwing not being
we got a
takedown.
We got a takedown from the platform that asked us to pretty please start posting on
which
it.
I think maybe. I think there's maybe fault on both sides. We certainly took a little while to get it posted and use the right hashtags, and they probably took a while to whitelist us to use that hashtag. But I bet there's something like, hey, this didn't do fucking shit the first 18 hours. Man.
It must be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the more videos that we post just like puts it, that further back. So I think that one will continue to be an outlet.
Can we do a version like we reshoot that video, but with like butts and thongs and air horns? And it's just like, hey, man, y'all didn't like it the first time. Get ready for this. Bam, 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 butts. Booty, 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 booty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 cards.
So I think per some of the rules that we have, we couldn't repost that video and count it as one of the number of things that we have
We'll
to
have
do.
to shoot new booty.
But I think there's nothing stopping us from doing the thing that everyone else does, which is
your booty.
Repost it for funsies.
Wow.
Just repost it just
I
because,
got that one.
What?
My booty.
Everybody does it. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh God! Oh God!
That was not what I was going for. Jesus.
And yet you got there.
All right,
And
like,
yet
I'm
you
gonna-
got
I'm
there,
gonna
Brian.
turn down.
And yet you got there.
But I don't know how much time you spend on TikTok, Justin, but I see this a lot of
A
like
little bit. Yeah.
Where-
Where people are like, flopped first, reloading.
yeah, or like photographers do it a lot of like because they don't go on shoots every day, so it's like here's some shoot from 3 months ago, just posting it
Oh
again.
my God. If I see, I do love the genre of TikTok videos that is making fun of the genre I hate the most, which is
The photography
like-
guys.
photography guys. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit about your photography. I abhor that I think I'm going to watch something interesting, but instead I'm actually watching a behind the scenes video because what you want me to do is go look at your photography video, but that wasn't interesting enough to trend. Your fucking other thing was.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Can I-
there's.
This is what they always look like, which is like, hey, I'm going to talk to this girl on the street. Let me show you my phone. Will you want to be on my TikTok? And then I think it's because this one guy is very popular, but he always does this thing where it's like, all right, now lay on the street and I'm going to just take a photo of you in this, like 2 people on the street, laying down on this, like, and they're fine. The photos are good too.
No, yeah, and then the other one, this guy has the kind of creepy vibe to him, but like the other ones that are even just like, oh, we threw paint in a pool and threw a phone in, and now it looks like it's going through space or some shit. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, I get it. I would rather watch some fucking 13-year-old scream about Bernie Sanders.
How about this? I put a toothpick in my mouth and I support local women's volleyball.
My wife.
Totally different.
Oh my God, that show's so fucking funny. So wait, has Josie processed that there is now TikTok fame in the family?
She was annoyed, and I tried to explain.
What?
It's like,
Okay.
hey, man.
Oh, the dad was coming to ruin TikTok.
Well, because I defeated her #1 video that took a long time to get to.
She is your child.
I don't know what you're talking about. And, you know what? Because she's my child, I'm trying to educate her the way you educated me and say, hey, man, seems to me like if you want somebody who can help you out, you'd want them to be real popular and love you.
Now there's a collab.
That's
right.
right.
Like,
Ding,
there's-
ding, 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 ding.
I'll
Also,
tell you what. Like,
so what's
I
funny? She said, will you make me your friend on TikTok? And immediately I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Well, here's the thing. So I have a personal TikTok account, and I followed it so that I made both of the accounts follow each other, whatever. And before when we had that first video go up and it was taken down, I was still getting like follows and friend requests on my personal account just by having that very loose connection. I had to make my account private because I'm embarrassed at the videos I've got up there.
Is it because...
There's a-
okay.
Huh?
I
I have to
signed
explain
up for
it.
TikTok, and my entire feed
I have to explain it.
my entire feed was videos of Bryce opening his mouth and showing his tongue.
Okay,
It was nothing but that. It was video like, well, maybe, and then like an idiot, like a gotcha bro frat thing. It's like, I'm like, maybe the next one won't be that.
So that's a thing on another Discord server that they do, which is Tongue Out Tuesday. And for a little while there,
I just kept falling for it, and at some point I was too embarrassed.
for a little while there, I was blowing up the spot with my fun TikTok meme videos of Tongue
Yeah.
Out Tuesday.
by the way, shout out to Alex Bisu coming in. Thank you for the raid.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. All right. So I love this.
You kept getting me because there would be one that looked like a still photo, but you would use like a shitty transition thing, and then suddenly your mouth was.
That's right. Hashtag Tongue Out Tuesday.
Josie wonders why I won't make her my public friend.
I mean, that's definitely, that is you crossing a line to be like, oh, am I making a social media star?
Yeah.
Like,
Because once
are
she's
you-
in a
are
video,
you, are you ready?
she's
are
going to
you
want to
ready
be
to-
added.
Well, and I think it.
I mean, because let me also just add this caveat as Josie's lawyer. I'm representing both of you in this matter. You are already making her one, but for free labor on your channel. So is she entitled to a little bit of that clout for herself? Can she wet her beak a little bit?
So
That's a good.
right now, she plays Brian's daughter. That's the only role. That's the only role anyone can find for her.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to step outside of that role, separate from me, she has her own right. She is her own person. She's on her own journey to decide to do that. If she wants me to shine a little bit of that spotlight on her, I think I'm going to need to hear just a little bit about what this new character is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's Justin. He's screening her call.
Ah,
He's screening her call.
This is
I'm the
a
one paying for
parental
the phone
decision.
line.
This is a parental decision. So let me just say, any commentary from here is totally superseded by dad's got to do what dad's got to do beyond any of this, right?
That's right.
But I mean, effectively, if all she's really asking for is to be able to plug her stuff like any other guest on Scam School would, let alone a host would be
Then-
able, or someone who's carrying the weight, like,
Then
I mean,
agree.
that's effectively all she's asking for.
I would love to know that I would approve of whatever she's plugging.
So let's say we have her as like giving a reaction to a thing in a TikTok. Would we put her in the show notes? I guess we have something that would be a thing we would have to solve at that time.
Yeah. So let's put it this way. If somebody was a very good mentalist and appeared on Scam Nation and taught us awesome mind reading techniques, but his name was Uri Geller and said, "Will you also please plug my Magnets Will Find You oil salve?" Then no, you're not on the show. I don't plug your thing.
Okay.
And we're done, right? If my daughter said, "Will
Yeah.
you please plug my thing?" and my thing is, fucking just insert every terrible fear that a dad would have right now. No, I will not plug that thing. And also, you're off the
Slime
show.
videos.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, she's so embarrassed of being into slime at any point. Oh my god.
Really? the
Remember
worm
when I
has
was
turned
into
on slime.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's doing like painting stuff right now. I mean, I
Her
guess
art stuff is so good. You know what?
her art stuff is so good.
I feel good enough about this community that I will plug her TikTok. I think it's Josie Draws on TikTok. There's some really good stuff in there. Like
There we go. I got you the plug, Josie. You literally owe me $50 the next time that I see you. Someone get the word back to Josie. I lawyered my way into Josie getting a plug.
Ooh,
Josie Draws? No.
that's not it.
Wait, maybe
Oops.
is
Sorry.
it Kawaii Potato something?
Kawaii potato. Nope.
No, that's the original.
Bob.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's for the best. She does. Oh no, I'm thinking of her Instagram. Maybe it's Josie Draws on Instagram. Instagram /Josie Draws ?
Don't put the question mark in the URL.
No.
Maybe the
No.
that doesn't.
She's better.
That's right.
Oh shit!
No, that one's right.
Dog.
Hold on.
Ooh,
Let me.
I'm not gonna put the rest of these on screen. She is a lot better than that.
Right? Okay. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Let me
It's been
text
very
her
funny,
real quick.
Justin. We had that one video blow up today right after we posted the new one. Do you know what the most common comment that we got across all the videos after that point?
What happened to Building 7?
It was, how did you get verified?
Yeah. Is that a new thing?
But we are a
There's
new
meme.
account.
There is I mean, in general, like the blue check marks on Twitter kind of like birthed the protected classes, and they all operate differently in different realms. But like in an emerging world like TikTok, there is no rhyme or reason to why things pop up. And so if somebody is like, oh my God, he's verified, I like this video, let me go see. He must have been doing this for years, and I just haven't caught it in my algorithm. And then there's 4 videos. They're like, TF, you get verified.
Or like, because, it's a new account and the videos are still, in terms of like hearts, which is the only public facing number you ever see on a video.
Yeah.
Like hundreds, not thousands, right?
Yeah.
The videos I see in my For You page are thousands.
Yeah.
All of mine are yelling at me. I can't. I can't. Like I spend 2 seconds
yours?
in there, and I'm just like, stop yelling.
In TikTok?
Yes.
Oh.
Like whenever I click on that house thing. You know what? Didn't I tweet out that Josie did a TikTok with her farting or something? Yeah, here it is. Tiny artist. Hold on. If you do a search for at Ashwood and then or TikTok and then look at, like, I think I said my kid did a TikTok or whatever, you'll find her. Yeah, there you go. I thought this was hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people didn't like this. I thought this was great.
Okay, you were close. It was bubble_T_buzz483.
Close. Oh, no. That's the song. There you go. Oh, wait. Nope, that's her. Never mind.
It's because it's her. I know. Yeah, click.
Beans, magical fruits. Beans. The more you eat, the more you.
Now, would that be the kind of content that warrants an in-app mention of Bubble Tea Buzz 483? I think it's a question that people want to know the answer to.
Yes, it absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I'm summoning Bonnie. She'll be here any minute. In the meantime, I think she has another more popular video that's actually her art. Man, she's quite good. It does beat grilled cheese. Not gonna lie.
We got
Look at this
animated thing here. Music. Okay, it's like a process video. Is this a Karen?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that these are gigantic.
That's pretty cool.
Like this genre. This is definitely a genre that I'm sure if you like one, you're just gonna get a lot of them.
Yeah. These are great.
Yeah, she got
a tablet?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a fancy new iPad. It's just a straight up, I don't know, 2 or 3 generations ago.
Oh, cool. But she's got the pencil for it.
No. That's not even the fancy Apple Pencil. That's like an off-the-shelf stylus.
Oh. That's cool stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know she was a fucking artist like that. Holy shit.
Well, here, keep going. There's pills. But it's like it's not just her skills as, art, but also storytelling, as these tiny vignettes.
Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, they're chill pills, Brian.
Yeah. All right.
Now, would you condone the use of chill pills?
I mean, I'm
in-app mention to Bubble Tea.
What is going on? Maybe that's she's setting that up as the the introduction to her stuff. 420.
On February 28th. That's great.
Man, she did one challenge. Yeah, there we go. This is her and her sister having a contest of drawing.
Oh, fun.
And so she dunks on her 7-year-old sister.
She definitely beat her ass at it. So.
I mean,
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. No. So this is like a challenge that people do where somebody so this was the reverse. So Josie drew a thing and then Callie had to draw it. Yeah.
Which, by the way, not bad for a 7-year-old. Pretty good.
I mean, look, if fucking Josie's that good, then holy shit. I guess that's where the Bonnie art skills went.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on Bonnie?
Also, all the skills. Also the people skills, also the everything skills, and the good-looking face and all that stuff. Killing me. Who's winning now, though? Who's winning now? Who's begging?
Right now. Who's begging for clout? Future me? I think she'll be happy though. You'll be drawing clout from her in your old age. Like that's all what any influencer wants is to be drawing clout from their children.
You are not wrong. Oh, there we go. Josie just responded with TikTok, bubble_T_buzz486, Insta, Josephine_draws 486. Love you, Dad. Heart.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's
You're going to need to give her a
483, so
hard
she
lesson
needs to-
on getting a better fucking screen name. Holy shit.
I'm okay with how obscure everything is.
Oh.
I mean, no, now in general though. Like that is a lesson eventually to learn.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Maybe she changed it to 486. It was 483 like a minute ago.
You know what?
She's-
Change
she's-
it again. Change it
Just
again.
keep changing it, ladies.
Never let them catch you. Hey man, so I started to watch that ESPN The Last Dance, and I think we talked a little bit about this.
You said you got so bored you watched a video game being played on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's okay.
Is that so? It's still you haven't gone back to it?
How
or
does it
anything?
rank?
Correct? But that
How
video
does-
game was The Last of Us. So,
How does it rank compared to McMillions?
oh Christ alive. Can we, Justin? Can we please do just a companion track to McMillions? Can we just?
I mean, I've
do
still
a-
never seen it.
Oh
so
Christ! There has to be just a random clip out there on YouTube of I just got giddy at the idea of watching this.
I mean, like you can imagine, I haven't run to go watch it, considering the reviews so far.
I know. Oh.
A lot of trailers and stuff, but the trailers are going to make it look good, is the thing.
Well, there's not like a snippet.
They're not really official promo. I don't know if this is anything.
Yeah.
I see this note on the desk, McDonald's, Monopoly. Give me that damn thing. Because I'm bored to death with this healthcare garbage, right? It's important, but I was ready to move on. It seemed like this meeting just took forever. I might have been hungry twice in that meeting.
This was Doug's opportunity to be an undercover agent.
I showed up with a gold suit on. This is like a golden fry suit.
He looks like he's a manager of a McDonald's.
But I had a white shirt on, so I thought I was safe. I wasn't. Man, undercover is awesome.
That's
That was
that man's
just a
hype.
commercial for like, you're gonna love this documentary character.
The reviews are in, and FBI agent Doug Matthews steals every scene, not the storytelling or the story or the presentation.
Because also, by the way,
Just an FBI agent who says
he
fuck.
didn't really seem all that like lovable that I really want to be around him for fucking multiple hours. Like if you did that commercial with Joe Exotic, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? I need to know more. If you did it with Michael Jordan, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like what? I need to see more of this fascinating character. I don't know about Doug, the FBI agent.
I want to see the mockumentary of the director of McMillions. Big old sunglasses on, saying like, when they asked me, what are we going to do with all this interview footage? I told them, if he says it, show it. Smash cut. Two, I walked in with a gold suit. I said, get me someone with a gold suit.
Footage of a guy at Goodwill looking through the suits of different colors, stopping on a gold one, pulling
He said
it out.
he was hungry. Show me a belly kind of squinched over. Like maybe there's something wrong with it.
Casting call, a waiting room of gentlemen with pot bellies.
I bought
I
some
also-
McDonald's. I said, get me McDonald's stat.
I love the idea that also it's it's as if that instead of shooting a bunch of interview and saying let's find the best parts, they're like every frame. We use every frame, no matter what. Everything that was said goes in.
There's a great.
I'm glad you brought that up because HBO said, what if we only wanted 5 episodes? I said, what if I gave you 12?
Wait, that's 12?
Here's
No,
a
it's-
tidbit.
it's like
Use every
Jesus.
frame.
Yeah. There's one where they're talking to a woman who has connections with the mob, And she's like, and these were the most Italian guys in the mob you ever met. Cut to B-roll, an Italian restaurant, a big bowl of spaghetti, one big meatball on top, as red wine spills overflowing into a wine glass.
See, the secret was he had the information. Cut to someone who pulls something halfway out of his pocket but puts it back in. And he would tell it to his friends. Cut to whispering B-roll.
I kind of feel like there is something here that could be elevated to fucking like really hilarious comedy.
It's so bad.
It's a shame that later on it becomes just like a real true crime story because they have less reason to talk to that guy later on. Oh, fuck!
I really want to watch
Millions,
it with you.
folks.
I really want to watch it with you.
Well, shit, maybe soon.
Maybe.
Everything's going back to normal. It seems.
Yeah, well, people are dying.
Yeah, there we go. Play the hits.
Sorry. What I meant by that was,
age is. Have you ever heard of age? It's a thing, and so when people get really old, they're closer to death. And in fact, so separate thought. Pin that. Separate thought. There's a pandemic, and it really, really targets old people. So
Cut to B-roll of a man coughing into a napkin.
Did you you didn't
Where was the man coughing? What was the
when
man?
was he coughing? You didn't watch that Plinkett review of Picard, did you?
No, I haven't watched Picard, so I'm not. I don't know whether or not I should watch it before I watch the show.
Might be that review is all you need to watch of it.
Yeah, Maine didn't hate it though, so I don't know. Maine is like the pickiest fucking person that I know when it comes to sci-fi. So if he liked it, I'm inclined to give it a shot. But I also don't give a fuck, and I don't want to subscribe to a new subscription thing because I have a habit of forgetting that I've subscribed to that.
So actually, Scoop JD in the chat brings up like it's kind of a throwaway bit in the last 5 minutes of the whole hour and a half long screed when he's just like, make Picard gay. He's like, knock it off with these sideways third, fourth tier characters. Make Picard gay. Show some balls. Make the major character of the series gay. Make Picard gay. And I was like, can't disagree with it. He's like, bring in Ian McKellen. Make Picard gay. And I was like, yeah, I'm on board for that. Totally on board.
I had a similar thing with Solar Opposites, right? The two adult aliens are male coded characters. They have kind of masculine voices, and one of them's named Terry. And they make a point a couple of times in the show to be like, we're not married or we're not lovers. But also like, I don't know who's writing that show. I don't necessarily know that it's the people who are writing that specific show to say that they have the right perspective to do that. But it's very weird. It would be cool if they made Picard gay. It would be cool if they made the aliens gay. But instead they're plant people who just are better than best friends.
Wabbit Magic points out that they made 7 of 9 fairly, objectively gay or whatever. But they also in the TV show showed her have multiple hetero relationships before going into it or whatever. There's a bunch of people who had babies in presumptively hetero relationships and then later appear to be gayish or whatever. But it's like, man, I'm not gonna lie, Picard's a perfect blank canvas. I outside of the Sideways episode where he lived an entire life as a father, and which I still haven't seen, but seems like a fine. I'm with him. Make Picard gay.
Be cool.
Me too.
Make you gay. Make all of us
Everyone's
gay.
gay.
We're all gay
We're
now.
all gay.
Do you know how
we did it?
Do you know how fucked up I am with heteronormativity? So I was on TikTok.
Wait, are you fucked up about that or
A little bit.
Okay.
I was watching a TikTok today and
Fucking typical breeder fucking response, right, Bryce?
and so I'm watching this video and it's
throw me under the bus.
and it's this woman. It's this footage of this video of a woman, and she's like digging through this like Easter basket or something because someone's got like made a gift for her, and the caption says, "I just told my wife we're pregnant," and I thought like, wouldn't she know? And then at the end of it.
Maybe it's like it's the ultimate asshole husband, mansplaining. It's like, we're pregnant, sweetheart. Are we? Like, no.
No, it was her wife. Her wife showed up on screen. I was like, oh fuck, man, that's right. That's how that works. But like, for a lot of that TikTok, I was like, how would you? Is this one of those prank? Is that one of those prank tests? Did you buy one of those prank pregnancy tests, or now that you spilled the beans to Bonnie on the idea? Do you think she would remember?
To be honest, when she shows up, I'll bet she may not remember me telling her about it after that episode.
You told her that in the pre-show, or maybe it was the after show. I remember you. Yeah. Anyway, she probably won't remember. I don't remember anything about last week.
Man. You know what? You want to do that on the cheap? In fact, this could be a TikTok video. Hey, man, if you want to fool someone into thinking they're pregnant, get an old popsicle. Say it's a pregnancy test and you're pregnant, and then just hand it to them. Look, just an old popsicle stick. It's half red, and it's like, that means you're pregnant.
Half red? We've got some pretty definitive Picard footage here. Look at that.
Fucking, yeah. See, that dude is smuggling a fucking gerbil in there. Jesus.
You've seen the Picard doing show tunes on the bridge piece, right?
Oh,
it was
sure.
Like part of the
Yeah.
gag reel. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, you wanna get this fucking show going?
Yeah, I guess Bonnie will show up whenever she wants to. Let me grab a tasty
Bonnie
beverage.
is never early, nor is she late.
but Picard is always gay.
Okay, so he's gonna go get a drink. What's up, Justin?
Hey man, what's the haps? What's going on?
Well, I guess it's only been 24 hours since your thing yesterday. So
What thing?
the
My test.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I don't think I have. It said they were gonna email me or text me when the results were in, but otherwise I'll just check on the site for the next few days.
It would be very
because
funny
it's like 2 days. 2 days is when they said the earliest it would be. So
it'd be very funny if you got a text from a random number that was like, "Bro, I hate to bust your vibe,
fam. I don't wanna fucking kill the mood, but you got the vid, bitch."
the vid. So okay, here's a good one. So Spider-Bite reminds us that I'm actually going to probably lose that Snyder Cut steak bet. I don't remember exactly the whole shit of it. But I know we made a stake bet of when a Snyder Cut would be released. I know.
Okay, yeah.
My personal feeling was that there was not one and that there would not be one released. But I think we had a date set that one had to be released by.
Oh shit, for real?
Can someone find the clip of that?
I know that I was aggressive on it, and my guess would be that it would come out with the HBO Max
and so
rollout.
That's the rumor. Everyone has been saying Wednesday is the day that HBO Max is looking for their Mandalorian, a fan-driven sell for HBO Max, and that would be Justice League : the Snyder Cut. Spider-Bite says,
yeah, I mean, it fucking makes sense. Like, if you want a way to fucking repurpose, I mean, my only question with the Snyder Cut would be, because he left so early in the filming, like, how much of the shit, if it was big structural changes that they made to that script,
big structural Bailey,
then there's got to be CGI shit that's incomplete. And like, my question would be, how much of that CGI shit,
interesting,
like, got redone, right? Or like, are people really going to get a hard on so they can watch like temp fucking illustrations of like the Flash, like, you know, I mean, it's a Snyder thing, so he's like crying over his girlfriend getting raped or something like that. And
so Spider-Bite says that there's a rumor that the Justice League Snyder Cut might be turned into a mini-series.
Oh my god, the Justice League Spider Cut would be amazing.
I'm Spider Superman.
Yeah. I'm Spider Batman. Do you know that my spider parents were killed? That's when I became real mean.
Oh, I watched Joker this weekend. Joker's on HBO now
Wait, for the
All
first time?
for the first time.
Review Joker. I'm gonna get my drinks and then we'll be ready to roll.
Sure.
I'm a little bit scared to ask for your honest response.
I think that movie's fine. I don't. I think it's not worth the hullabaloo. On every take of it, I feel like that movie's fine. At the end of the day, it's a movie about a guy who is mentally deranged. And so even if it has a shocking moment, even if he says one thing that is very prescient, it kind of doesn't take away from the fact that the first half of that movie is kind of boring. I definitely fell asleep watching the first half.
No kidding.
And then by the end of it, like, he makes it very clear he doesn't agree with all of his followers of why they're following him. He's just, I don't know. I think it was fine. I got this reply from other people on Twitter, which was like, yeah, I guess there's another comic book movie that you grade it by. Like, on the comic book movie scale, it's pretty good.
What, Logan?
Maybe Logan.
So the
You saw it in theaters, right?
Yeah,
Joker?
twice.
Twice?
I took my daughter.
Which one?
Josie. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like,
She managed to look away at just the right moment, like she could smell trouble and looked away. I think my favorite interpretation is that that's not the Joker we know from the Batman franchise, but instead what we're witnessing is a real tragedy on the scale of Columbine. So imagine there was a villain who today came out and called himself Columbine, and he dressed like he was in the Matrix and had guns and shot everybody up or whatever. Like, this was a movie about the original terrible event that that the evil villain later themed himself after.
Sure. And I think that's fine. I think it's like the whole thing that they do at the end of that movie, I think, is fine, but all of the setup feels so cartoony that it's hard for me to find a reason not to think of it on the comic book movie scale, I guess.
I'm going to guess that you had not seen Taxi Driver or didn't have a particular affection for, early 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
to me, I was so caught up in that homage. I just loved all of that so much.
I remembered that because they do have a lot of shots of showing off scenic Gotham of the 70s. And going like, that seems fine. That seems like what New York would be like. But yeah, I didn't have the affinity for that.
My biggest thing with Joker that I will stick with is that it was the first Batman movie where by the end of it, I credibly actually believed like that city is so fucked up a Batman should exist.
Yes.
Like that city is like on edge and they're just ripping each other's fucking face off. Like, that is the first time that I ever thought like, okay, in that world, somebody should dress like a bat and solve crime.
Yeah, please,
because
please
like this place
bring
is
normalcy to our world by
now.
dressing as a bat and
Sure.
beating up
because
bad
like
guys.
there's either like the Joel Schumacher version of that where everybody's like, oh, hello, welcome to Gotham City, and they have like day glow fucking eyelashes and shit, and you're like, oh, okay, well then a stylized superhero should live in a stylized world. There it was like, oh no, crime is so fucking bad. Like, it takes one dickhead going crazy for everybody to be like, yes, finally I can bash all the fucking windows and kill my neighbor. I'm like, that Batman, get a Batman there immediately.
They should put Batman in The Purge.
Yes.
You've
Oh
just
my
pitched
God.
me that they should make a Purge : the Dark Knight Man.
Tell me that would not be immediately like the biggest movie on the planet.
It occurs to me that I think one of the unfair biases that I have in favor of this is that Bryce grew up in a world where like you and I grew up in a world where like fucking New York was perpetually, consistently, and forever portrayed as a living nightmare of shit and fire and crime.
I remember that in movies, right? And that was like my earliest memories, like visiting my family in Long Island or going to New York from there, were always like the Renaissance, like New York is great now. It's great. And you're like, why is everybody overselling the fact that this gigantic, biggest city in America is fucking great? And then you put it together in your head like, oh no, the flaming hellscape you've seen in Ghostbusters and all these other movies, like that was what people thought of it accurately. It wasn't just like a shitty version of a nice city.
Yeah, and I guess also in the chat they're pointing out that it's like if you've never seen King of Comedy or Taxi Driver or or even Fight Club or whatever, like I only saw this as a wonderful remix cover album, and in that regard, I love all of those constituent elements that went into it, and so I dug the melange that they became.
That's the thing. For me, I primarily view Joker as a great Gotham story and a great acting performance, right?
Definitely the latter for sure.
Yeah, everything else to me was either tolerable or I felt was kind of tacked on. But since so much of the movie is about these supporting characters in Gotham, like his friends and the state of the city and the subways and like the old, Johnny Carson, kind of a late night show and his mom and everything. It's like, okay, I love all that. I love his performance. I could do without baby Bruce Wayne. I like Thomas Wayne.
That was the goofy thing. That was the thing where I was like, we didn't need to see this so explicitly.
I thought it was a miracle that they were able to pull that off with a straight face and not have me angry. I
like that Joker didn't do it in the moment. I guess it's, it could have been worse.
Yeah, I
Right?
would have expected it to be much, much worse. That's
Welcome to Crime Alley. I'm killing the parents. Welcome to Killing Parents Crime Alley.
In the Brian Book of Judgment, the difficulty rating is so high that the fact that they did not belly flop means that even if they got 1 point, it's the highest scoring moment I've ever seen in a comic book movie. Like, that's amazing to me.
I really didn't hate that part.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because I would have expected that I would have lost my mind. Like, this.
I mean, it's gratuitous.
Yeah, I guess that was it. It was the only part of the movie in which I loved his relationship with Thomas Wayne. I love the fact that they made Thomas Wayne kind of a dickhead. I love their moments together, and especially that bathroom scene is fucking amazing. It's just I would have loved it if they had the restraint to hold there and not tack on oh no, Batman has to be in this movie. So we're going to do this one scene that is well done. I think Joaquin Phoenix carries it. The kid gives a credible performance. It's certainly not embarrassing, but it was the only time where I felt like, oh, we gotta do it. So fucking, because like there's some note somewhere where they're like, we gotta get the fucking neckbeard in the third row on opening night to go woo, like
CGI
when
some bats
Bruce
coming
Wayne
out of there
shows up.
as right when the dagger.
Oh, it's so funny because as they were setting that up, I was the reverse. I was like, all right, here's where you fuck it up, don't you? And then I sat there with my arms crossed, and I was like, it was all right. That was respect. All right. And then we watched the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Although I do kind of like that he, it wasn't like they portrayed little Bruce Wayne as a badass or anything.
What are you? Are you some kind of weird bad guy? In the future, I want to kill bad guys.
I know.
I'm just sort of on the fence. I need something to really push me one way or the other. I'm hoping the universe will give me like a really strong reason to decide to fight crime. I haven't really felt it yet. My parents are going to the movies this night. Good night. It's me, Bruce Wayne.
I'm 6.
I hate bats, or do I love them? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought he just looked like a soft, privileged child, and so I thought, well,
yeah. Many people think I still look like that in my 40s. It might be because I'm still a soft, privileged child.
He's still wearing costumes out.
I hung an antenna the other day. It was crooked. I was very upset. It was very hot up there. But look at how strong my stream is. It's me, Batman.
I totally agree that that scene was something that could have been done worse, but it was the only thing that I kind of like was like.
I know it would have been pretty.
The movie would be fine. The movie would be great without it. Like,
I agree.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
You're right. But
Or
like,
you just see the Waynes walk down the alley, like it's a side shot, so you kind of see them in profile go down the alley, and then a guy with a knife goes out, and the you just see the pearls spill out.
I just want to see like a
Because they made a
alternate
point to do
take
the pearls again.
where his dad is. The
oh, they love that
Wayans,
Pearl shit.
like the Wayans brothers.
Well,
They're
it's-
walking down, and then they get
Yes.
killed, and their
pearls are the
pearls of
innocence
wisdom
lost.
fly up, including classic characters like White Chicks and Handyman.
Wait, they didn't get killed in that?
In
in
Crime
that
Alley?
one.
Sorry, what?
Oh,
They-
in White
they didn't-
Chicks?
Yeah, they didn't like kill him in this
no, White
episode.
Chicks. They live in White Chicks.
No.
Yes,
Are you
they do.
talking about Joker? No, the
we're
parents-
talking-
the parents
in
get killed in
They
Joker.
couldn't
The parents get
resist.
killed
They
in
had to go
Joker,
and
yeah.
kill his parents again.
Oh, they did it?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
But the big deal was
Spoiler alert.
it was just a random person who did it
Yeah.
in the middle of a riot.
Was it always like a specific person? Like,
It was
It-
usually variations on Joker.
Yeah,
okay.
it always takes some. Yeah, either it's a mob guy or it's Joker or it's
hey,
like
this is
most
the mob
comics things.
alley.
Yeah.
Hey, Balafangu, this is our rally. Oh, hey.
It's me, Batman. My dad made Mo money. He was on In Living Color.
All right, hold on. Men on Film, the sketch Men on Film. Is it canceled or is it progressive?
The joke was they're gay. And so if that's the end of the joke, then maybe
I mean, lovable characters, clever writing. You were always on their side. But, I mean, the predominant character thing was that they were gay and they liked movies with men in it and they hated movies with women in it. Like,
and they gave him two snaps up.
well, and a kiss, but not like this. Bryce, this was the long way around to say, is it progressive? Is it woke or canceled?
I have never seen this sketch.
You've never seen Men on Film?
I've not
That
seen
should
it living
not
color.
stop you from tweeting about it or canceling anyone. It's certainly not stopped anyone else from making decisions.
I mean, we got to start a show here, but we can take an extra minute if we want to.
All
Actually,
right, yes.
yes.
Or do we want to save this for the show?
You know what? Let's save it for the show. Pull it up.
All right, yeah. Find
Okay. All right, here we go.
a.
We already got it.
a
We
Men
got
on Film.
it. All right, here we go. Breaking news. That's fine. That's fine. All right.
That'll be our A block.
All right, ready.
Sorry, other gays in the audience.
Sorry, other
Sorry,
gays.
other gays.
Sorry, other gays.
Not current gays, just other ones.
No, just
Yeah, there we go. No, we're. This is like the most fucked up, unfair thing to just be like, Bryce, speak for the gays. Like, gay ambassador, welcome to our summit in which we decide the heteros and the gays can finally work together to cancel or deem progressive old art.
All right, well let's start this.
Don't forget to chime in on Picard. Go ahead.
Oh God. Okay. Here we go.